free speech is like a certain sort of a flower that requires, the right climate and habitat and ingredients and conditions, and then it can grow. It's one of those beautiful flowers in maybe some little tropical or, underwater still part of the sea. Free speech doesn't really flourish, on the waves, on the rocks. And I think we're just learning that. Hi, welcome to my channel. This is kind of episode 1. It is not really anything like I'd planned to debut. I was really thinking I would have done some research, I'd have things prepared, and sometimes in life you just don't get around to it. Things come up, things happen, they get put on the back burner, and then you come across one night and you're like, well, I've got this idea and I kind of feel like talking about it, so I'll shine on a lamp. I've got flowers in the vase, they're looking pretty good. Okay, not too shabby, so I can get going. So welcome to my channel. First time is a play on words, but yeah, first time. So, yes. What I wanted to talk about is this idea of free speech. It's really just a free-form opinion piece about ideas I have, and if you're, in certain channels about how America has free speech, how free speech needs to be defended. A lot of the Western world has free speech. You hear the word Magna Carta thrown out from the UK, etc. Liberté d'expression in French, freedom of expression, very much a big deal in the West that we pride ourselves on. Very much a thing that we are feeling increasingly is not really there. Since the advent of social media, as you read it on your phone in a different room, you're not in the same context, you don't know the whole mind frame of the person that wrote that thing, so you're just held to this account. So everybody's really careful, and I think that social media has a huge stifling effect on freedom of expression. But I just had this thought, and I'm just thinking, maybe freedom of expression is something you can pride yourself on when everybody kind of thinks the same way and thinks the same thing. Shocking. Like maybe if I look back to my parents' generation, the influence of older fashioned morals, more traditional ways of living, which we see in many different cultures around the world. The family unit and civic commitment, whatever. No one really, veered too much out the line, or if they did, they didn't really have that voice. So you can really say, yeah, we have freedom of expression to say whatever we want, but you're not really necessarily challenged, or there's not so many people that have different beliefs or come from a different place or want different things. Whereas today, there's the fragmentation. We're not all listening to the same radio stations or TV channels. Anyone can produce content. Like attracts like in terms of the algorithm. We are from all parts of the world now, with varying belief systems, cultures, ways of life, etc. So can we all really say what we really think, in the past if everyone thought the same thing, or they only had access to the same information. If you thought something differently, you could kind of be considered an outcast because you were a sole voice with no one or no thing to back you up. There was no echo chamber for you to bounce off. We ended up with these national barriers because of wars, whether it's resource or beliefs or both. There's always an overlap, I guess. I'm not, here to do my research and argue about that point. It's just my basic ideas. I'm just thinking easy to say we have to have freedom of speech, but can it really hold in the current circumstances? Maybe there needs to be a certain level of calm, peace. I think we're really far away from that. So, I hope we have free speech, but I think that's only going to be great when we're kind of all on the same page to a degree, which I know you could say it's not what free speech is about, but people don't want to be fighting over ideas, like proper fighting, debating, challenging. Yeah, we do want that. It just feels like, you get cancelled if you have the wrong idea. So that's kind of, whether you're cancelled by a moderator or you're just cancelled by polite society. And it is what it is. Anyway, just a random idea. Thanks for listening. If you like this video, stay tuned because I intend on doing others. I have no idea how similar or how different they might be. Just stay tuned.